What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to Talkin Turnbuckles presents Raw Reactions. I'm Johnny the Dad. With me, as usual, is the one and only Angel Kicks Balls. Ruben could not make it today, so I will be filling in for him as the host of Raw Reactions. But Ruben, will rest assured, he will be back next week. So. Don't click away just because you don't see your boy Ruben on here. He'll be back.
Miss you, Ruben.
We miss you, and he'll be back soon. All right, let's get started. Okay, June 2nd episode of Monday Night Raw, the go home show for the Raw half of the roster before Money in the Bank. But before we get into that, Angel, we had some big news in the WWE universe this week, and that came in the form of the beloved locker room guy, everybody's favorite, R-Truth, no longer with the WWE. He gets cut. Him and Little Jimmy are both, they are no longer with the WWE. What do you think about that, Angel?
Man, I'm actually, happy for him because he's 53 years old. He looks amazing, better than I've ever looked my whole life. But, they're not, besides this match with John Cena, he was just a comedy act, not really bringing in money to the WWE. So I get why they did it. It sucks to see, our wrestlers go. But I've never watched WWE and it's like, oh, man, I can't wait for this R-Truth match or my R-Truth segment of the night. Like, I get it, but it sucks to see it. But he's gonna be good. I hear there's rumors of him going to TNA, so we'll see.
I think that's fair. However, I mean, every sport, in every other sport, you have your locker room guy. You have your guy that holds the team together backstage, and a lot of times he's a fan favorite. We see this in football, basketball, baseball, all of these, and teams specifically keep these guys on the roster for that reason, even if they're not necessarily producing at a high level. And R-Truth was that guy to me, and he's like, everyone loves when R-Truth comes out. I mean, like you said, I agree. You're not watching the WWE for R-Truth, but you're also not mad when he comes out. You're like, okay, this is at the very least, this is going to be funny. And I just, there were other guys or girls that I think should have been cut before R-Truth. I mean, R-Truth he's a fan favorite. He is the 24/7 title.
56 times he won that.
I mean, that being said, I want to play a little game with you. We didn't invent this game. We're not reinventing the wheel here. You've seen this all over TikTok, I'm sure. But we're gonna play a little game, and it's Would You Rather R-Truth edition. So I'm gonna name a few wrestlers for you, and bear in mind, me naming these wrestlers doesn't mean I don't like these guys or whatever. These are just guys that maybe are hanging around that mid card, maybe don't have a lot going on. And I'm gonna tell you, would you rather have R-Truth or this guy? And we're gonna see how many people should have been cut instead of R-Truth. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. We're gonna progressively get a little more difficult here. So I'm going to say, would you rather have R-Truth or Carmelo Hayes?
Carmelo Hayes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
He's young.
Up and comer. Would you rather have R-Truth or Grayson Waller?
R-Truth.
All right, I agree. Let's go the other half of that. Would you rather have R-Truth or Austin Theory?
Ooh, that's tough. Austin Theory, he has potential. I'll give him because he's young.
Okay. Let's be equal opportunity here. Would you rather have R-Truth or Raquel Flores?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Raquel Rodriguez. Sorry, we'll edit that out. we'll edit that.
I mean, she is currently a tag champ, so I'll say Raquel. Like all these people below 30, I'm gonna root for. I think she's over 30 though, but I think I would pick Raquel. There's worse women in the WWE right now.
Okay, here's one, and this wasn't originally on my list, but you mentioned it before the show, so I think this one's going to be a little difficult. The other half of the Awesome Truth, would you rather have R-Truth or The Miz?
Man, I would say R-Truth.
Really?
Yeah, Miz is up there in age too, not really getting used for much right now. So at least R-Truth made it funny.
Because that was the one that I was going to disagree with you on. I'd rather have The Miz personally, but
oh wow.
But hey, it's all right. I'm going to give you a twofer here. Would you rather have R-Truth or the War Raiders?
I'll give it this. The War Raiders are on TV like almost every week, tag teaming and doing crazy stuff. So I'll say the War Raiders just to keep that tag division alive.
Okay, we got a few more here. Would you rather have R-Truth or Otis?
R-Truth. Otis is huge and gets beaten every time, so it's kind of pointless of how big he is and strong.
You said R-Truth on that one?
Yeah, R-Truth.
Would you rather have R-Truth or Tozawa?
R-Truth.
Okay. Would you rather have R-Truth or the Creed brothers?
I think there's potential there. I think they'll be future champs. Also the Creed brothers.
Okay, R-Truth or the New Day?
Can we have R-Truth join the New Day?
Hey, I'll allow it. We'll have R-Truth as the newest member.
I mean, they're currently the tag champs, so I mean, I can't say no. New Day.
Okay, just a couple more. R-Truth or Andrade?
Andrade, he's in the Money in the Bank.
Okay, and then before tonight's episode, I was gonna say, would you rather have R-Truth or Chad Gable?
Man, we had Chad Gable from last year before he signed that contract. I would say Chad Gable all day, but man, I don't know. He's playing two characters right now. I'll go with Chad Gable.
Okay, last one. This is I think a pretty difficult one. Potential wise, would you rather have R-Truth or Karrion Kross?
I think I've seen more W's from R-Truth than Karrion Kross in the last year. But Karrion Kross, there's so much potential there. But I'm hearing he might be one of the next ones gone. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, so that was the end of the guys I had, and I'm sure there's a ton of those like middle of the road guys that I left out. But
let me ask you one: R-Truth or Nikita Lyons?
Give me R-Truth.
Yeah.
Give me R-Truth.
A lot of people on the internet are saying why is she still around, but he's not. Makes no sense.
Yeah, that one. Give me R-Truth. Come on. I mean, hey, and that's no slight against Nikita Lyons necessarily. But I mean, I'd say the same thing about people like. Oh no, she's gone already. I was gonna say Shotzi, but she's gone already.
Gone.
But I mean, R-Truth or Natalya, I'll take R-Truth 10 times out of 10.
Yep.
But unfortunately, R-Truth is no longer in the WWE. I hope that this isn't the end of his wrestling career. I hope we get to see him elsewhere.
He's 53. What do you mean? He needs to retire and be a legend.
I mean, he's 53, but the guy can still go. I mean, he doesn't have any major injuries. He's clearly still in very good shape.
Why not?
Yeah, if there was a 53-year-old that can still do it, I think it's R-Truth. And I think it would. I saw this on where did I see this? TikTok or Instagram? I saw it somewhere on social media that somebody said, I can't wait for R-Truth to show up in either TNA or AEW and just keep saying that it's the WWE.
Like
just kind of continue his character from the WWE, where he just has no idea what's going on.
That would be
But
funny.
that would be great. We shout out our truth. We love you. Uh, but all right, enough of that. Let's get into the Raw reactions. What everybody showed up for.
Yes, sir.
All right, so your boy, Mr. CM Punk, he opened the show. He cuts a promo.
Great
I thought
promo.
the promo was pretty solid. What did you think? Give us the rundown on it.
Man, he had me hyped, ready to see him versus John Cena at SummerSlam this year. He said that, called him a little B word, and I was like, okay, that's that. You don't see hear CM Punk use that a lot, but yeah, we've never. Well, at that time, whenever they wrestled like 10, 15 years ago, CM Punk was a like in between heel babyface, and John Cena obviously was the biggest babyface. We've never seen we've never seen heel John Cena versus a lot of people. So heel John Cena versus babyface CM Punk is to die for. We need to make that happen.
Yeah, I think that I think we all said this whenever the John Cena farewell tour was announced, before we even knew about the heel turn or anything like that. We were all like, okay, I want to see him with CM Punk. Like,
Yep,
that is one of the. There were these guys that it's like, okay, I want to see him go with this guy one more time. We wanted to see him and Randy. We got that. Um, there were a couple more that we wanted to see. I mean, I wish we could see him and Triple H one more time. That's obviously not going to happen.
that would have been
But
sick.
but yeah, CM Punk was definitely on that list. Like, I want to see that one more time.
Yes, please.
So but yeah, promo solid, did what he needed to do, and
Oh, I will say this. I don't know why Sami Zayn came out, but hey, power to him.
you know what? I was actually thinking the same thing when I was watching it. I was like, why is Sami Zayn like the go-to? I'm
Hero.
because Sami Zayn has given that same exact speech, the "we need you to win" speech, to like two other people already. Like, I know he's given it to Jay before. I think he's given it to Cody before. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I know he's given that same exact speech to somebody else before. And I was like, why is Sammy this go-to like motivational speaker
Sami
guy?
Zayn's a
Like,
curse. He's a curse. He's a Drake curse. He put in battle juju on everybody.
all right. So after that, we had the Money in the Bank qualifier match on the women's side. I
Mhm.
believe it was for the last spot.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, and making her Raw roster, like official Raw roster debut. She'd been on Raw before, but
Mhm.
her official roster debut, Stephanie Vaquer.
What a debut. What a great match. They were getting this is awesome chance halfway through the match. So proud of these girls.
I mean, Stephanie Vaquer's entrance was epic. She had like the cane pillars of fire, it's like
She's a
that was
beast,
awesome.
man.
That was awesome.
I really thought Liv was gonna get the upper hand for some reason, but yeah, it's your debut match. You're gonna win. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like this match was kind of a formality, because as soon as they announced it, I knew Stephanie Vaquer was going to win. I didn't see any way possible that they would have Julia in the Money in the Bank match and not Stephanie Vaquer. Like, that wouldn't really make any sense. So I was like, okay, well, we know that Stephanie Vaquer is going to win. Let's just have a good match. I thought it was a pretty solid match. There were a few little botches, nothing crazy, nothing where anybody could
Mhm.
have potentially gotten hurt or anything. Just a few spots where you're like, okay, that didn't look the smoothest. And I think that Stephanie Vaquer is just a much better in-ring performer than Liv Morgan or Ivy Nile. Like, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah,
She's just better.
yeah. She's been doing this since she was 15, 16. So yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I want to see her with
Rhea.
who I consider to be the cream of the crop as far as the in-ring performers go, which is your Rhea's, your Eos. We've seen her and Julia before, but I'm never gonna be mad at seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I think Naomi is even a really solid in-ring performer. I just don't really like her character work, but in ring she's pretty good.
Bianca,
Yeah,
Charlotte, like
yeah,
she has matches for the next 5 years.
I want to see her with Lyra. I think her
Ooh,
and Lyra would put on a banger of a match. But all that to come because well, no, I kind of feel like they're going to have Rhea win the Money in the Bank, aren't they?
I hope it's Stephanie Vaquer.
I hope it's
She
I'm
looks to the
rooting
moon.
I'm rooting 50% for Stephanie Vaquer and 50% for Julia. Like I would be happy with either one of those.
Some fresh
But
blood. I like it.
yeah, but I feel like Rhea's going to win.
Ugh, I hope not.
She's gonna come out like I said a few weeks ago with the briefcase with the spikes on it and all that. It's we know this is gonna happen. It's gonna say "Mommy in the Bank" or something.
Yeah, in black and
They're
purple.
definitely gonna do that now that I said there. And you mark that down right now because as soon as we see "Mommy in the Bank," we're gonna be like, they're stealing our ideas.
Yeah, she said that. She said that last week. Oh yeah, because mommy is in the bag or something like that. And I was just like, okay, I hope she don't win.
But all right, then moving on, we have tag team match between Judgment Day, Finn Balor and JD versus the War Raiders. And you had the New Day out on commentary with Pat and Michael Cole. Shout out Michael Cole living up to his end of the bet with wearing the tank top.
Oh yeah,
For a 60-plus-year-old guy, he looked pretty good. He
pretty
looked
nice.
pretty good.
Pretty ripped, Michael Cole. Not bad, not too shabby.
He flexed at the beginning of the show, and I was like, "Daggone, Michael Cole's been hitting the performance center."
Hey man, I mean, you see all these big dudes, might as well hit the gym.
But what did you think of this match?
Nothing too interesting. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Finn Balor and JD versus the New Day here for tag team titles here soon. But Roxanne coming out and costing them the match. I don't know where there's something's about to go down at Judgment Day, just because Roxanne's there. Something's about to happen here soon, and I don't know what.
I will give this to the Judgment Day. I don't know that because I'm still interested in the Judgment Day. I think that for a mid-card faction like that, they're pretty fun to watch.
Yep.
And for a faction that we've been like, the Judgment Day breakup is coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been saying that since pretty much the Judgment Day started. And it's just like, no, they'll just kick out a member and then kind of start over and kick out a member and then start over. And it still works. Like to their credit, it still works.
You bring fresh people like Roxanne and just a new burst of energy. What's Carlito? Carlito was in there, right?
Carlito is, I believe, cut from the WWE as well.
Well, his contract didn't get renewed, but they said he still had like a month left, so he might show up. I don't know. I'll be surprised if he's there next week.
Yeah. So, like, I thought he got cut personally, but I could be wrong. So
I could be wrong. I don't know. I know Ron. I know R-Truth's gone. Like he had like 2 weeks left in his contract or something.
Yeah, y'all let us know down in the comments. Where is Carlito? Is he cut? Is he still around? Did he have a sick day? What's going on?
But while we're speaking of the Judgment Day, where the hell is Dom in that title? Is he gonna defend it? What are we doing?
It has been a severe lack of title defenses from Dom. Just a severe lack of Dom being on the screen in general.
Yeah,
like we haven't even really gotten much from him backstage.
He fought Penta for the title and that was about it. We haven't seen him in the ring that much.
And that was what, like a month ago that
Yep,
he fought Penta?
it's very disappointing. Just backstage
That was at
segments.
Backlash, wasn't it?
Yep,
Yeah, so we're already
Money in the Bank.
we're on to Money in the Bank. We've already had Saturday night's main event,
Didn't even have a match to qualify. Like, did he?
which
No, he didn't.
like why did he not wrestle at Saturday night's main event? That seems like the perfect place for an intercontinental title match to be your main event.
I
But
do not know, but I've seen a lack of. I was watching it today. I'm like, okay, so he's backstage. He's there at Raw. Where is he hurt? What's going on? Like, he's just not fighting.
yeah, well, I mean they got to get Dom on the screen because I
Yeah,
think that would have made tonight a if you tuned in and saw my my TikTok last night right after the show, it like just Dom having a match I think would have raised the grade to because I gave this a C plus as an episode because I thought it was just uninspired.
it was mid. The
Yeah,
ending was
but
good.
yeah, that's what I said was it outside of the main event. It's like it just felt uninspired.
Yeah,
But if you had a Dom match or an extended Dom segment of some kind,
and
could have raised that.
Braun put that title up there next to the WWE Heavyweight Championship, and now it's just kind of like back to now. It feels like a mid card title again.
Do you think that is due to writing, or do you think that's due to Dominic Mysterio?
Right. I mean, he's not on TV. He's not wrestling. He's just doing backstage segments. We had AJ
Yeah,
Styles chasing for it, and other people were chasing for it, and it just kind of died.
yeah,
Just kind of died. The only one chasing is Benta, but now he's in the Money in the Bank, so he kind of like, I don't care about that. I'm going for the for the world title.
yeah. And hey, you know what? You could have had R-Truth doing an Intercontinental title match, but whatever.
Whatever.
Can't do it now. Uh, all right. So this tag team match, nice to see Judgment Day get a win.
Finn Balor get a pin.
Yeah, so that's good. That doesn't happen very often. Either one of those things, Judgment Day winning and Finn Balor getting a pin.
Yeah.
But so that was good. Outside of that, pretty standard. Not a bad match, not a great match. It's just kind of there.
Okay, match.
But all right. Moving on. Let's see. We had another Lyra versus Becky promo off.
I have comments on this because I am sick and tired of the WWE Universe is still using the what chants. It's so dumb, so stupid. When I've gone to shows, I've never joined in those chants. I'm like, dude, let these people talk. Like, I came here to listen to these people talk, not hear you say what. Yeah, it was kind of dead. I don't know if people do it when they're bored of a promo, but the promo was a little lackluster for me. But it annoyed me that all I was hearing was what, and that just stood in my mind. I was like, dude, let her talk. Like, let's see what she has to say. No, what. You don't see the French. You don't see the freaking international crowds do this because it's lame. It's lame. Stop doing it. Sorry, I got angry listening to it earlier.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be on the other end of it for you here. Then I didn't mind it. I actually was happy that the crowd was actually participating in a Lyra promo finally. Because I think Lyra is pretty solid on the mic. Like I'd give her more than a passing grade. Like I'm not saying she's she ain't CM Punk or somebody like that on the mic just yet, but she's more than okay on the mic. Yeah. And like for the past month that she's been doing these promos, the crowd is just, even though she's cutting a good promo, the crowd is just dead. Yep. They just don't care. And so I do somewhat agree with you. I think the what chants are overused, and I think that, they should be. It's like that's a Stone Cold thing,
Yeah.
and just let it be a Stone Cold thing. But if it takes that to get the crowd interacting and making noise, and Lyra actually able to get some feedback from the crowd for once, like, go for it. I'd rather have that than nothing. Yeah, so I kind of halfway agree with you, halfway disagree. It's better than nothing.
I did like the end of the promo when she was like, "No, just do it right now. What are we waiting for?" And then she attacked Becky. I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see a lot
Yeah,
of women do that.
and I didn't feel like they drew it out too long. Like, I feel like it was right around the length it needed to be, where it was like, okay, we're gonna like, she comes out there, immediately calls Becky out, like, hey, get your ass out here, and
Face to
she
face.
immediately comes out there. They talk back and forth for less than 5 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, and then, okay, now we're gonna fight, and then it gets broken up, and then the segment's over. I was like, okay, that's good. We've seen before where they will draw these things out. And you're like, all right, they're running out of things to say. Just start hitting each other already, and let's move on.
Let me ask
But
you this: do you think that this feud ends at Money in the Bank?
I would like for it to, because I would like to see Lyra step out of Becky Lynch's shadow. And I feel like you can't do that if they're like, Lyra needs to win, and then, because to me Becky can handle the loss.
Yeah.
If
Definitely.
Lyra beats Becky in this feud, and gets another win over her, at the end of the day, that's still Becky Lynch. She still fits right in with anything you want to do in the women's division.
Yep.
If Lyra loses, you just take all of her steam away, and it's like, well, she couldn't get it done against Becky Lynch.
I agree. Becky could lose and then fight for the world title the next week. That's how she's Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so I would like for it to end at Money in the Bank and Lyra move on and fight Charlotte, take on all the legends or whatever. Like, why not?
That'd be cool.
But I'd like to see her move on.
Who wins this Saturday?
Out of her and Becky,
Yeah,
give me Lyra.
let's do it. I'll take Becky just for funsies.
All right, I'm not gonna make a bet because I still owe you from our last bet.
Yeah.
Still owe you from WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but all right, then we had Jey Uso and Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
I thought it was a pretty good match. I'm unfortunately gonna agree with Rikishi on this. Why is Jey Uso in so many tag team matches? Like, you're the world champ. Even Gunther called it. I was like, dude, you're the world champ. You shouldn't get involved in all this stuff. Like, what are you doing? So
Yeah,
I agree.
It's not because he doesn't fit in the story. Like, he fits in the story just fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's the same thing that Gunther said in kayfabe, and same thing Rikishi's saying is like, he's just doing too much. That's not necessarily champion material.
Yeah.
Like he should be. It's weird because it's like he fits in because Sammy's involved. We know they're like BFFs, and he fits in with all these guys. He has a ton of history with Braun Breaker and Seth and all these guys, but he's the champ. He should be above this, right? And he's not. So I agree. It's a little weird. It's a little, and he's just always on TV. Like, I don't have Jay fatigue yet, but I can definitely see it getting there. I was actually saying, like, I think Jay has, now that I've kind of come to terms with, he's never going to be the in-ring performer that I want him to be. He's just not. He's been in the WWE for 15 plus years at this point. What you see with Jey Uso is what you're going to get. Like, if he was going to have this massive leap in-ring ability, it would have happened already. Jey Uso right now, that's what we're going to get. And once I came to terms with that, it's like, okay, well, he is a good champion. Like, he is very much over with just about everybody. His entrance is probably the best entrance in the WWE. His mic skills are very far above average. Like, he's probably like, I would put him on the mic in like a tier below like the main guys, but still very good. And his in-ring ability is like, it is what it is. And we've seen champs that aren't the best in-ring performers, a la John Cena, have really long, successful championship runs. So it's like, once I came to terms with all that, I'm cool with him being the champ. However, if he's on TV every stinking WWE show, it's gonna get old.
Yeah. But what'd you think of the match? I thought it was a pretty good match. Seth, I think Seth came out, right? Oh yeah, CM Punk came out and started hitting everybody.
Yeah, Seth came out and curb stomped somebody. I think he curb stomped Sammy on the outside in the match. You know, they got DQ'd, and then CM Punk came out and evened the odds and all that. I thought the match was good. I would like to see them end a match at some point in this feud.
DQs.
Like, how many DQs have there been in this feud?
Too many. But yeah, Bronson Reed going off the top rope on Jey Uso twice looked painful.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's like me landing on somebody. Ooh, that's scary.
I mean, Jey Uso took everybody's finisher in that he got speared by Braun Breaker, then he got curb stomped by Seth, and then he took 2 tsunamis. So
I kind of want to hear what Rikishi has to say about this now. He's gonna be
R.I.P. Jey Uso. Golly,
I'm gonna book his stuff. I don't care.
But I thought it was good. I would just like to see the match actually finish. But
yes.
All right, then we had Kairi Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez.
That was a pretty good match. Raquel looked cool. Got a new gear. Kairi Sane's entrance is probably one of the best ever. She's so dope. She looks like an anime character.
Yeah.
Love her in work too.
I like that Kairi Sane picks up I like that she picks up a second win in a row. And maybe
she's Lyra. Lyra would be fucking freaking
good. Maybe Kairi's getting a much deserved push here. You mentioned Raquel's gear, her new gear.
Yeah.
I gotta say, not a fan. Personally,
that's what Mickey James was saying. You're here showing everything. I can't believe they let her get on. I mean, there's people that have worn less.
Yeah, no, it's just the fact that her gear has like a built-in whale tail, like thong sticking out, and Liv does it too. And we said the same thing. Like, we were surprised that they let her wear that.
Yeah.
And it, like, on
for the one hand, I'm not, for the men in the chat, I know you guys like it, but we love women's wrestling. We look past that. We like the in-ring ability.
Look, I'm not trying to come off here as like a I don't know. It's just like, dude, there's kids watching. Put your thong away. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just my thought.
You look at other people's gear, and like, it's just like the guys, like they're in a you know underwear kind of thing, but this is just ludicrous.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there are girls, like you said, that wear things that are more revealing, but it's not as like, Stephanie Vaquera's out there like, daggum Stephanie Vaquera. Like, I don't really know what else to say. But at the same time, it's not as blatantly obvious. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
you have a thong whale tail purposely sticking out of your gear, like it is designed that way. I feel
Yeah.
like that makes it worse,
And,
you know?
and honestly, I like her uh diesel freaking
Like
costume
with the
before.
bandana and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know why she switched it up, but hey, shout out to Raquel. Get a girl.
But I think they should push Kyrie Sane. I like there ain't
Dude,
nobody that makes a simple elbow drop look that cool.
remember she got released and came back. I was like, I was hoping she came back to win titles, but man, she hasn't had an opportunity. I want to see her versus Lyra, at least for the
Well,
Intercontinental.
well, when she came back, she pretty much immediately got injured because she broke her hand. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. She's just bad luck, man. And
Uh,
she beat Raquel. They technically are the tag team champs, so we might see a tag team match. Sky came out to help her out, so we might see a tag team match here soon. But
what if we got an Asuka return?
dude, where is Asuka?
I don't know.
Is
That's a
she
good
hurt?
question.
Is she
I
hurt?
have no idea.
They have no plans for her. Is she gonna get cut? Is she gonna get released? Who knows nowadays? If you're not on TV
Hey,
or
our
doing
truth or
anything,
Asuka?
I'll take Asuka. She's
Me
great.
too.
I
Uh,
just I just don't know what's going on anymore, man. If you ain't on TV, I'm assuming if you're not having wrestling matches weekly, I'm assuming you're gonna get cut.
yeah.
Look at you, the
Or
Miz.
if you are having regular matches and facing John Cena at Saturday night's main event, I expect you to get cut now.
Yeah.
So,
Whoever fights John Cena next is next to get cut.
hey, he said he wanted to ruin wrestling, right?
So whoever
Uh,
loses John Cena just gets their contract ripped.
all right. So moving on to the main event, you had AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano, Chad Gable versus CM Punk.
I did not see this coming, which I love. I love that I did not see this coming, which I was just like, what? I was literally eating a tuna sandwich, watching this, almost spit everything out of my mouth. Like, what? What and got you have CM Punk and AJ Styles and you gave it to Chad? Let's go. I mean, Grande Americano, but let's go, baby.
Yeah,
He's taking a bump on Saturday.
there is no way I thought that was what was going to happen. So kudos to WWE. We're usually pretty spot on with our predictions. I think you got us all on that one.
Yeah.
But
If I was a betting man, I would have lost everything.
but on the I will bet the house on anybody over El Grande Americano or Andrade in this Money in the Bank. They are there purely to take other people's finishers.
And Penta.
Penta, I feel like, is not gonna win, but it's like he's not random, you know. Like Penta's gonna go in there and put on a show. I feel like Chad and Andrade. It's like, all right, we need somebody to we need somebody to, like, I don't know, get pedigreed off the ladder through a table. Chad, you're up. Like, that's like,
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm honestly excited for Money in the Bank. We're all pretty sure Seth's gonna win it, right?
I think that's the entire reason that CM Punk didn't win tonight, is because Seth has to win. That, like, story wise, it has to be Seth.
Yeah.
And then you have the CM Punk. CM Punk will be involved in some way, shape, or form. Maybe CM Punk costs Seth the Money in the Bank and Seth doesn't win. I don't know.
What if all them dudes Sammy got taken out, CM Punk got taken out, Jay got taken out. What if they all come out and help Seth not win?
Yeah,
Hey, but
Could happen.
remember what Karen Cross said about Sammy? Yeah, like, hey, I don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy, but we'll see. We'll see if you're good as you say you are. But he's like, I think you're a bad guy. And I've been saying that. I wanted him to be the third guy, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for Saturday. These pay-per-views are coming up to me like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, there. I feel like I turn around and there's another one. I mean, it's going to be SummerSlam here before we know it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I will say this, 10, Raw for me, this faction is freaking incredible. They're scary, scary dudes. Like Braun and what's his name?
Bronson Reed.
I was like Braun and Braun. I'm pretty sure that's right. I was like, I'm just making things up. Oh yeah, those two guys are scary. Braun squared, they're scary.
And Seth is just the greatest faction leader you could ask for at this point.
Seth is so freaking shredded, dude. I am jealous of that 6-pack he has now. It looks like prime Seth Rollins right now.
Yeah, he looks like blonde streak in the hair Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Right now. Dude, bring the blonde streak back, Seth.
Because he's not working every freaking night. He's just chilling right now.
Yeah, he can actually go to the gym.
That, and he's getting well rested for these main events. And honestly, I'm kind of waiting for Seth Rollins to take this title away from Jay because it's been pretty dull, man. It's been pretty dull.
Yeah,
Seth's not gonna be tag teaming with anybody if he's the champ. I'll tell you that much.
No, Seth. We'll see him only wrestle at PLEs.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. Oh, Cody's in trouble. Oh, let me go help my buddy over there. Oh, Zammy's in trouble. Let me go help my buddy over there. It's like, no, dude, you're the champ. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like you're the champ. Your job is to be the champ. People are supposed to come help you, not the other way around.
Yep. But that was a good Raw. It wasn't the best Raw, but that's why these numbers keep going down. You gotta entertain us every week. Put more Dom on TV.
Yeah, I think that Money in the Bank is going to be a great show. This being the go home episode, I expected more, but I still think Money in the Bank is going to be a solid show, and then we'll see where we are heading into SummerSlam after that.
I feel like Money in the Bank is always good because someone takes a nasty bump.
Oh yeah, somebody's going through that ladder with somebody's getting power bombed off of the top through another ladder. It's gonna happen,
and I'm here for it, and I'm here for all of that.
Or hey, we might have a golden opportunity for what's the best move of all time that's ever been done in a ladder match. It was Edge's spear on Jeff Hardy. Well, Seth's in the match. It's a Money in the Bank, so it's no disqualification. Braun could come out, and Braun could spear somebody.
God, that looks deadly.
Yeah, so I think Money in the Bank's going to be good. I'm excited for it.
I hope Penta doesn't do a Mexican Destroyer off of that ladder because that's going to be scary.
I hope he does. Hope he does.
That'll be scary, dude.
Somebody will no longer. Somebody will be the next to get cut from the WWE after this match because they'll be injured.
Yeah.
But all right, you got anything else, Angel?
Nah, man. I'm sorry I missed last week. I was driving home from Houston, but back in the Midland area, back to work. Let's get it, baby. Let's keep it going. I'm gonna try not to miss no more days.
All right. Well, hey, y'all. Thanks for watching. And thank you for tuning in here on the brand new Talkin Turnbuckles standalone YouTube channel. We are still a part of the Athletically Declined Network, but we wanted to have a dedicated spot just for wrestling fans to come consume wrestling content. So that's what we did. We're still with AD. Love them. And we'll continue to do work with Athletically Declined and all that. So please go like, comment, and subscribe to all things Athletically Declined, and be on the lookout for the upcoming standalone Talkin Turnbuckles TikTok that we're going to get up and running here eventually. Follow us here on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Comment, share with your friends. Let's talk wrestling, guys. We love talk wrestling. I reply to everything. So talk to me about wrestling. Let me know how horrible our takes or not.
But we have officially entered the new era of Talkin Turnbuckles, and we are excited to bring you more wrestling content. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.